Hello, I'm Cullum Coleman, and welcome to Historical Humans Reads, where we take primary sources and bring them to your screen. Today we are reading from On the Revolutions of the Heavenly Spheres, specifically Chapter 4, The motion of the heavenly bodies is uniform, eternal, and circular, or compounded of circular motions. Published in 1543, shortly before the death of its author, Polish astronomer and mathematician Nicolaus Copernicus. On the Revolutions of the Heavenly Spheres proposes and provides mathematical evidence for several then controversial theories that have since been scientifically proven, namely that the Earth and the planets of the solar system are round, and that the Earth and planets revolve around the Sun. With that, let's begin. I shall now recall to mind that the motion of the heavenly bodies is circular, since the motion appropriate to a sphere is rotation in a circle. By this very act, the sphere expresses its form as the simplest body, wherein neither beginning nor end can be found, nor can the one be distinguished from the other, while the sphere itself traverses the same points to return upon itself. In connection with the numerous celestial spheres, however, there are many motions. The most conspicuous of all is the daily rotation, which the Greeks called Nonuniformity, that is, the interval of day and night. The entire universe, with the exception of the Earth, is conceived as whirling and cast from west in this rotation. It is recognized as the common measure of all motions, since we even compute time itself chiefly by the number of days. Secondly, we see other revolutions as advancing in the opposite direction, that is, from the west to the east. I refer to those of the Sun, Moon, and 5 planets. The Sun thus regulates the year for us, and the Moon the month, which are also very familiar periods of time. In like manner, each of the other 5 planets completes its own orbit. Yet these motions differ in many ways from the daily rotation or first motion. In the first place, they do not swing around the same poles as the first motion, but run obliquely through the zodiac. Secondly, these bodies are not seen moving uniformly in their orbits, since the Sun and the Moon are observed to be sometimes slow, at other times faster in their course. Moreover, we see the other 5 planets also retrograde at times, and stationary at either end of the regression. And whereas the Sun always advances along its own direct path, they wander in various ways, straying sometimes to the south and sometimes to the north. That is why they are called planets, or wanderers. Furthermore, they are at times nearer to the Earth, when they are said to be in perigee. At other times, they are farther away, when they are said to be in apogee. We must acknowledge, nevertheless, that their motions are circular, or compounded of several circles, because these non-uniformities recur regularly according to a constant law. This could not happen unless the motions were circular, since only a circle can bring back the past. Thus, for example, by a composite motion of circles, the Sun restores us to the inequity of days and nights, as well as the 4 seasons of the year. Several motions are discerned herein, because a simple heavenly body cannot be moved by a single sphere non-uniformly. For this non-uniformity would have to be caused either by an inconstancy, whether imposed from without or generated from within, in the moving force, or by an alteration in the revolving body. From either alternative, however, the intellect shrinks. It is improper to conceive of any such defect in objects constituted in the best order. It stands to reason, therefore, that their uniform motions appear non-uniform to us. The cause may be either that their circles have poles different from the Earth's, or that the Earth is not at the center of the circles on which they resolve. To us who watch the course of these planets from the Earth, it happens that our eye does not keep the same distance from every part of their orbits, but on account of the varying distances These bodies seem larger when nearer than when farther away, as has been proved by optics. Likewise, in equal arcs of their orbits, their motions will appear unequal in equal times on account of the observer's varying distance. Hence, I deem it above all necessary that we should carefully scrutinize the relation of the earth to the heavens, lest, in our desire to examine the loftiest objects, we remain ignorant of things nearest to us, and by the same error attribute to the celestial bodies what belongs to the earth. This has been an excerpt from On the Revolutions of the Heavenly Spheres on Historical Humans Reads. If you enjoyed this video and like to hear more excerpts from original texts, please follow or subscribe to us on your platform of choice. If there is a work you would like to hear, be sure to like the video and leave a comment down below. Thank you for listening.